Welcome to this presentation from the Wisconsin First Detector Network. This video covers several of the things you can do on the EDDMapS website, from learning about invasive species to managing your invasive species reports. EDDMapS, the Early Detection and Distribution Mapping System, is a website that houses a national database of invasive species reports. To access all of the features we cover today, you will need to register for a free account. Let's start with learning about some invasive species. To do this, click on Species Information on the menu. From here, you can click on a category to refine the list of species, scroll through the list, or start typing your species name in the search box. Click on the name of the species to access its information page. On each species page, you'll find an overview of the species, which includes identifying features and the ecological threat posed by the species. Scroll down the page to find links to additional resources about that species, and keep scrolling to find images. You can click on an image to enlarge it. Below the images, you'll find even more information, like distribution maps. Speaking of distribution maps, that's another thing you can access without an account on EDDMapS. To access the distribution maps, click on Distribution Maps on the top menu. And again, find your species by category by scrolling through the list or by typing the species in the search box. For each species, you have the option to view distribution maps by state, county, or point. Let's start with the state distribution map. This gives you a good picture of where the species has been found in the United States. But what if you want to know if the species is in your part of the state? You can view the distribution by county. Note that there are three options here: distribution, record density, and literature versus observation. We'll cover all three. In the county distribution map, a county is highlighted in green if there is at least one report of the species from that county in the EDDMapS database. Moving on, you can also view record density by county, in which the darker shades of green represent more records in a given county. Finally, you can view the literature versus observation distribution by county, which tells you where the invasive species reports were generated. If you want even more detailed information about the observations, you can view the distribution as points. Each point represents one report, and here the legend shows that reports are designated as negative, meaning the species is not present, positive, meaning that the species is present, and treated or eradicated. The circles with the numbers are report hotspots. As you zoom in on the map, you'll see the hotspots break up into smaller hotspots or individual reports. Click on an individual report to see who reported the species and when they reported it. You can click on the report ID number to access the full report, which might tell you more information about the habitat and the life stage of the plant when it was reported. If you are signed into your EDDMapS account, you are also able to download the data in the formats shown at the top of the map. If you want more specific information or information about more than one species at a time, you can use the advanced query tools to access and download data. To access the query tools, click on Tools and Training on the main menu. Next, look to the bottom of the Database Tools list and click on Advanced Query Tools. Here you'll find a form that allows you to submit a query to fit your interests. As you can see, you can search for a lot of things, including reporter, dates of the observations, species, and location. Let's say we want to access all the reports for Wisconsin. We can ignore most of the fields in the form and specify Wisconsin in the state field. Once you submit your query, you will be brought to a point map that shows all the reports that match your query. As with the point distribution map we explored earlier, you can zoom in to view individual reports. You can also download this data in the formats listed. As you can see, there's a lot you can learn about invasive species from EDDMapS without seeing an invasive species in real life. But let's say you do see an invasive species and you want to contribute to the wealth of knowledge on EDDMapS. Head on over to Report Sightings. To report an invasive species observation, click on Report Sightings. Once you're logged in, you can select your state from the list. You can enter a lot of information in the reporting form, starting first and most importantly with the species that you've observed. Begin typing your species into the field and select it as it appears. The observation date field will automatically show the date you are creating the report, but you should edit the date to reflect the date you actually observed the invasive species. Feel free to fill in information about habitat and abundance and the plant description. In addition to the species name and date, it's hugely important to record the location of your observation. Let's say we saw this garlic mustard at Schmeekley Reserve in Portage County. I'll select Portage County and the map will zoom into the county. Then I can zoom in further to the specific location and select the point marker to place a point on the map where I saw the garlic mustard. To the left of the map, you'll see that the latitude and longitude of the point is automatically recorded. But let's say I'm looking at a large infestation of garlic mustard. It doesn't make much sense to record each individual plant. Instead, I can draw a polygon over the infestation. To do this, select the polygon option at the top of the map and click to place the vertices of the polygon. The next important thing is to add pictures to the report. State-level verifiers rely on your photos to be able to verify that your identification is accurate. If your report isn't verified, it won't be accessible by the EDDMapS community. Finally, you can submit your report and wait for it to be verified. Your local verifier will contact you if they need additional information. You might be aware that you can also submit reports to the EDDMapS database using a smartphone app like the Great Lakes Early Detection Network app. If you have a smartphone or tablet, this is the fastest, easiest way to submit reports. Visit the Wisconsin First Detector Network website for more information about using the app. To access and edit your invasive species reports submitted on the EDDMapS website or via the Great Lakes Early Detection Network smartphone app, click on My EDDMapS on the main menu. You'll need to log into your EDDMapS account if you haven't done so already. Here, you can do things like edit your user profile, download all of your reports, and set species alerts. In addition, this is a place to go to edit your reports. No matter what the reason you have for editing your report, select Edit next to the report to access the editing form. The editing form is the same form you would use to submit an observation on the EDDMapS website. Scroll through the form and make any necessary edits, and then save the edits by selecting Submit Report. This updates your report using the same record ID number that was originally assigned to your report. If you misidentify something or accidentally submit duplicate reports, you can also delete reports from My EDDMapS. Just select Delete next to the report. Thanks for watching this presentation from the Wisconsin First Detector Network. We hope you enjoy exploring EDDMapS and adding your own observations to the database. To learn more about the First Detector Network and EDDMapS, visit our website or contact us.